Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. I forgot my line. I was like, who am I? And this is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. I haven't made 5 minutes with Ben in like a whole day, so no wonder I'm confused. Anyway, this is a game I've never shown before, ever. It's from the 1984 Michigan Open, and I actually have shown a couple of positions or games from that tournament. Usually the Michigan Open is held over Labor Day weekend. And by usually, I mean always. And that's our state championship when I lived in Michigan. And my birthday is always September 6th. So about half the time, my birthday happens at some point in the tournament. So I was either 14 or 15 when this game was played. And this was an Albin counter gambit, and I'm currently making a chessable course on the Albin counter gambit that's going to come out in June, because I used to play it a lot, including this game. My opponent, it says his name is M. Hendricks. I don't remember what his first name was, so it's M. Hendricks. Could be Michael or Matthew or any name that starts with M. Anyway, so I wanted to show you the end of this game because I found it humorous. You may not agree, but I'm the one making the video, so too bad. Okay, in this position, I'm threatening rook takes c4. And what's funny is my opponent didn't really defend his pawn, and the engine says it's fine. The engine says this is equal, because black has a lot of activity for his like messed up pawn structure. And, you know, my rooks are very active. His rooks aren't. And at some point, and when I say at some point, it does happen this game. I'm going to play knight f5, knight d4. My knight's pretty good on d4. So even though white's pawn structure is better than black's, the engine says this is equal. And even though I think my opponent blundered a pawn, I think so, the engine says his move is fine. So blundering a pawn is fine. So if I was white, I would play bishop e2, and that defends the pawn. Hooray, go Ben. Okay, but my opponent played b3, which doesn't really defend the pawn. However, he seems to have a problem with the c4 square, as you're going to notice when I show you the rest of the game. So I just take the pawn on c4, because if he takes my rook, I take his rook, and I'm a pawn ahead, although it is a doubled pawn. And now he played bishop e2. So I think he just blundered the pawn, but the position's fine. Now after rook c2, the engine says rook c3 is a little bit better than that. Now he made a mistake. He should move his rook either to d1 or c1. The engine says it's about equal. He played king f1, unpinning his bishop, very understandable. Now his bishop can go d3 or c4, seems reasonable. And I played knight f5, also known as knife f5, although actually I was going to say it wasn't known as knife f5 then, but I'm wrong, because the origin of knife f5 happened in August of 1984, and this game was played in September of 1984. So knife f5 was known to me at this point, although it was meant for white. That's a whole other story that wouldn't fit in a 5 minutes with Ben, although I can tell this video is going to be like 8 minutes long. But okay, let me get some bonus coverage. Okay, so my opponent played bishop c4, attacking my pawn on e6, and I defended my pawn. Now my opponent once again forgot about the c4 square, or forgot about the pin on his b3 pawn. He tried to attack my pawn on c5, which I guess is indefensible, by playing rook e5. I don't see a way that black can defend the c5 pawn, so from my opponent's point of view, rook e5 looks reasonable, except I played the exact same trick that I played 4 moves ago, except instead of a pawn being on c4, now it's a bishop. So I take the bishop, now I'm a bishop up for nothing. And my opponent was rated probably somewhere between 16 and 1800, so not a good blunder from him. Next time you blunder, you gotta make good blunders. Then my opponent didn't resign, so there were more tactics. I took with check. I defended my c-pawn. I attacked his c-pawn. Then I took the c-pawn, defending my c-pawn. Obviously, he should just resign here. But okay, now I played knight f5 check, and he didn't want to lose his h-pawn, so he played king h3. But I was 14 and or 15 years old during this game, so I was good at tactics. I wasn't good at anything else, but I was good at tactics. So I played knight takes h4 anyway. The idea is, if he takes my knight, I take with check, and then I take his rook. That's the kind of thing I would see when I was 14. He played g3, I attacked his rook, and then I saved my knight. And I don't know why he chose this moment, but he resigned here. Could have resigned anywhere in the last 10 moves, but he decided that this was a good position to resign in. So I won the game. I don't know my opponent's rating or his first name, but I like the way I played the tactic on c4 twice with the b3 pawn pinned. I played it on move 28, then on move 32, I played it again. And also I got to play knight f5 after just learning what it was. I'm Grandmaster Ben Finegold. Thanks for watching 5 Minutes with Ben. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Bye, everybody.